Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATFGaming and welcome back to Motorsport Manager for the last race of the season. So this episode we will do all the race stuff that goes around the Doha Grand Prix, and then next episode we will be doing all the off-season stuff because it's a full episode for off-season stuff in this game. So we will not be doing that in this episode, but look forward to that next episode. But let's wrap up the mail. After last episode, we had. I'm saying episode a lot. Episode. I hope you guys like that word because I am saying it a lot. Hey, an interview from Lee Diffie. Let's see what he has to ask. Bottas had a bit of disaster, finishing down 21st. What's your analysis? I'm going to knock Mercedes down a peg because I don't really want to say anything about Bottas at this point because we do have him buttered up for contract negotiation. Brakes are finished. Okay. So let's see what we could improve on next. Suspension still. Do I have anywhere I can go with suspension though? Because I remember we were kind of at a dead end with that. As far as stuff for next season. This is what we did before, I'm pretty sure. And now we can add one thing to it. But what? We really, I mean, there's a 25, there's a 20, but I mean, that's not really worth doing. We can, I guess we'll just kind of have to go into next season with a rough suspension, but I guess we can do this. We can go that, there, and there. But there's not a lot of time to do upgrades, so we'll do that. Just gotta really push that home. I mean, 5 days after the race, that's off-season program, so I don't think that'll even be done. If we do this, that's done 6 days. Yeah, I think we're done with developments. We'll save up the money for all the new stuff that we wanted to do, get the factory upgrade and stuff like that, so we will be saving up the money there. But pit crew, do we have any worthwhile hire? Ooh, this guy's nice. We'll take him. That was a worthwhile investment in my opinion. We already have a 16, but that'll be a nice backup. Who can we get rid of then? Who's my backup front rear jack guy? This guy, no, not that guy, this guy, but he's also a backup front jack. This guy, Better Meat, is probably going to be the culprit here. We'll save that money there, but we need to replace all of our tire guys this episode, so probably wasn't the smartest thing I just did there, but oh well. I've never been known for doing smart things in this game, have I? Yeah, probably not the best thing in the world, but we can do this. And actually, no, he's our front jack guy. We can do that. We can do that. And then, so we only got one guy who's in the yellow territory. And then these guys I can reject. And hopefully we can get some better recruits for next season because we've been struggling with that. So let's actually just kind of take a quick peek, kind of a preview type of thing, at whose contracts are running up after this season. Valtteri Bottas, we have stated that we have interest in him. That seems to be like the top guy. Sergio Perez, Nico Hulkenberg, and these guys who don't have contracts, Max Chilton, Takuma Sato. Pierre Gasly's contract running out, Nicholas Prost in Formula 2, Felipe Massa. So really I think Bottas is going to be the big target for me, and we do have him buttered up, so we'll keep that in mind going forward. But yeah, let's just quickly advance the day here so I can get repairs going. And add, we got sponsorship to take care of as well. We'll throw that, take that, throw that on there. Take that engine off, honestly. I don't really want to worry about that too much. I just want to improve these risk level parts to as good as they possibly can be. And then we will use those parts for next season. We got mail. I don't know who that is. But sponsors. Finally got a sponsor offer here. Hooters seems to be the best option. But I think I'm going to leave that slot. Are we still good in finances? Yeah, it might be a little bit less. I'm going to leave that slot open because remember last episode, it was kind of like an afterthought thing, but we are building the helipad, and if we get a decent driver to come in and be a good sponsor guy, then we might be able to get a 5-star sponsor offer. So we're going to leave that blank for now, and we will move forward here. I don't think there's anything else we need to take care of, so I think we're just going to head off to Doha. Yep, we're just going to head straight to the Doha. Oh, never mind. The bigger picture. What does this mean? This concerns me greatly. Aaron, oh, this is from John Todd. Ooh, this is important. Aaron, we rarely speak one-to-one, but from the little time we spent together, I can already tell that you're a decent, well-intentioned manager. The press are spreading some vicious, nonsensical rumors that the GMA are running something called an running something called an offshore slush fund. Obviously, it's pure nonsense, but I would greatly appreciate some public support against these claims. Having me as a friend in the boardroom could do wonders for your career. So if we say yes, our team marketability goes down, but we get a voting power if we say no. Chairman happiness goes up and nothing else. While I would like the voting power, as we just discussed, I am looking for a decent sponsor for next season. So we're gonna go where it doesn't sound too preposterous, John Todd. And Gene Haas, I think, is already pretty much max happiness anyway, yeah. So, alright, now we can go on to Doha. Okay. So I did put slightly different setups in, and it appeared Roman's setup is significantly better. So let's try to tweak Roman's setup just a little bit and see if we can do any better. But which way is the question? There was a little room to go this way, so I guess we'll try it. But we'll send you out on a race trim now. But with Pietro, we got some work to do. With Pietro. I do know we need to go harder and longer. Don't take that out of context, folks. But maybe a little bit lower on the downforce as well. But we'll do another qualifying lap there and see where that puts us. Okay, so correct way on handling and speed, wrong way on downforce. Okay. So that'll be a bit of a challenge to try to maneuver. For sure. So we were happy with the suspension, so let's try to get that as close to where we want it. And then speed. Maybe we can try going a little higher. Right there, maybe we just want to make sure that handle doesn't move too much, and we'll try that. We do have this is a very painful track. I'm just gonna say that right now. It's so long and windy and boring. So this is it's a frustrating track, and honestly, how Pietro is up there, I will never know, because I historically am absolute garbage at this track, but whatever. But for now, we just got some fiddling to do, so I will see you guys in qualifying. Alright, so here's where we sit in Q1. Like I said, I was a little worried about this. Carlos Sainz in the McLaren is first, just so you know. I was a little worried about this track, and we are a bit off from the leaders, but we are safe to move on to Q2, so I will see you guys there. Alright, after our first lap in Q2, we are 11th and 12th, so I'm going to send both of them out there around 3 minutes to go in the session. We'll send Roman out first. Did bring an extra set of softs, or ultra softs, so I'm not as concerned about running out of tires here. So, We will send him out again and see if we have any improvements, because it is quite fine. Yeah, 1/1000th of a second between Carlos Sainz, who led the first session, and Roman. So let's see. We're looking for green first sector. Excellent. We'll check Pietro here. White first sector for Pietro. Oh no, that's not good. Then again, nobody else is really improving either. So that's good. Just in case. Roman and Pietro just basically flip spots here. Yep, we're clear. We're clear. Everything is fine. Nobody. Never mind. Wow, it was a double white for Kvyat, but he really must have improved in the last sector, because he bumped Pietro out. All right, Pietro Fittipaldi will be starting 13th, but free choice of tires, so that's a positive. We might be able to make something out of that. I'm never upset with getting a free choice of tires, especially when you're the first one out. Because realistically, Roman, maybe 11th, maybe 12th. Probably not going to get much higher than that, honestly. So, I'm not super unhappy with that. I am surprised that Kvyat managed to pull that out, though. At Q3, we only have one horse in the race. Just make sure there's no rain. There shouldn't be. Send Roman out and see what kind of lap he can put in. Alright, right now he's sitting 9th, so not bad. That's better than I predicted. Unfortunately, we're behind both the Renaults. Remember, we only are 2 points behind Renault in the Constructors fight for best of the rest, so we got to keep an eye on that. Alright, we will send him out for his last lap here. Hopefully on a clean track. Looked pretty clean to me. I'll see if you can maybe beat one of the Renaults, because we desperately need to get ahead of them. But again, Pietro, free set of tires, different strategy, so you never know what's going to happen. Never know. But white first sector. Track grip doesn't really seem to be going up that much here, I've noticed, so. White second sector, yeah, he's not looking too good here. See if he can maybe improve on the last sector. Nope. Nope. So right now we're 9th, but Norris and Kvyat are both improving, so let's see where they go. Norris, Kvyat up to 10th, but not past us, so we solidify ourselves in 9th place for the race. So 9th and 13th, not too bad. Free choice of tires for Pietro, like I said, so I'm not going to be too upset with that. Max Verstappen on pole. This would be the track that Red Bull does really well at, so we might not, be able to get past Gasly. That's kind of something that happens every now and then. Gasly has a bad race and we can get past him, but I want to know what happened to Carlos Sainz. Geez, his lap in Q2 was almost two whole seconds slower than his lap in Q1. Wow, that's surprising, because he was first in Q1. That was really surprising. But anyway, here we are in the race. We do need to kind of analyze the strategy. We have not had a free choice of tires in a very long time. 42 laps. Softs make it 20 to 22, debatable. If we do 3 sets of ultras, maybe? Yeah. Let's be a little aggressive with the strategy. We could really try to stretch it out for a one-stop. And actually, Pietro is really good on tire wear compared to Roman and Kevin. So it's possible. We would need it to stretch out all the way, though. Yeah, I'm not willing to risk it. So we're going to go, I think we're going to go 3 Ultra Softs. Yeah. Going to be super aggressive. Super aggressive 2-stop, but on the same tire compound. So we'll do that. Also, we got all excellence again with these guys, so. For Pietro, we will bring in that knowledge. Not quite sure what we're going to do with Roman yet. To be perfectly honest, but I'll bring in the soft tire knowledge, because it's probably going to be an ultra soft and an ultra stint, would be my guess. Do that, we can push with Pietro, but not really with Roman. And let's see how this sorts out. Valtteri Bottas, our main off-season target, is looking pretty good in 2nd place right now. 5 lights are out. What kind of a start are we going to get? Kind of a jumbled one. 8th for Roman, 16th for Pietro. Not good, especially with all these soft tire runners in front of you. So, I would really appreciate it, Pietro, if you could get ahead of those soft tire guys as soon as possible. Well, let's see. Roman, he's 9th, back down to 9th. But we are ahead of Hulkenberg, so that's something. But realistically, if Pietro is going to fall to like 16th and 18th, then we need Roman to be beating both of them. So, and now he's down to 10th. So, I did tell you this was probably going to be a miserable race, and I am holding to that. We do need to push the tires a little bit. Tire heating is an issue with Roman here. I'm seeing. So that's unusual. But Pietro, man, he's just kind of hovering. And 16th vibration, can't do anything about that, my friend. And it's really kind of frustrating that we have 3 soft tire runners ahead of us at the moment. But I'm gonna fast forward here a little bit, and I'll bring you guys in for the first set of pit stops. Alright, 1 tires for Roman. This track is so difficult to pass. This is like the Monaco of this game. It's so difficult. Ridiculous, but we will push in with Roman. We will go on to soft tires and then kind of analyze where we are at the end of that stint. But yeah, this is a difficult circuit because Roman, you know, a couple times caught up to Ricciardo, but he just couldn't pass, and Pietro's been kind of in the scrap with Lance Stroll. Finally got by him that time, it looks like, but it's just been kind of difficult. Yeah, look at this giant mess. Roman even is a full pit stop ahead of Pietro now. That's how much of a mess this has been. This is ridiculous. Apparently Raikkonen hit him too. This aggressive strategy may not work out for us. We might have to make an audible here. Actually, there's really no audible to make, honestly. We'll push the fuel a little bit to both of them and see if maybe he can get around some of these guys. But Raikkonen, Stroll, Hulkenberg, really been a thorn. Norris has really been a thorn for Pietro today. Unfortunate. Alright, but let's see. We can start pushing now and we'll come in next lap. So that's 12. I'll go to 24:36. Yeah, I don't know about this strategy. Let's go to softs. No, Aaron. Yes, Aaron. I mean, I'm second guessing myself all the time, but I really don't want to be in a position where we're putting Pietro on really worn tires for an extended period of time. Really not a position I want to put him in, so. My gamble was putting him on the ultra softs in the start and hoping that he could maybe surpass some people, but that definitely was not the case here. So, alright, I'll keep an eye on things, and I'll see you guys when the next pit stops happen. Alright, Roman is getting kind of low on tires here. We'll go another lap, I would say. Yep, we'll start pushing now, and we'll come in this lap. We've still got 18 laps to go. So for Roman's sake, I think we'll just go on another set of softs to the end. But Pietro, I am pushing a little bit on tires because he finally got some relatively clean air. So I was trying to push a bit, but it looks like Norris got back by him, so that's unfortunate. We'll calm things down with both of these guys here. And then Fittipaldi, I'd say another lap or two, and we should be able to go on to the ultra softs, I would think. Maybe super softs. We'll see where it lies here. Adjust myself. Go one more lap with you. I'll push in. Where are we? We are 15 laps to the end. We'll go on ultras and we'll just have to conserve. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. Pietro has really good tire wear, so I'm fine with taking that risk. It's also probably the only way that we're going to get anything out of this race. Somebody also made a mistake on the pit stop, so poor Pietro. This has been a tough race for him, no doubt. But we can push on the fuel for a bit now. I'll start conserving tires right away with Pietro. Roman, 10 form, not really helping him too much today. This is a tough track. It's really tough. Hulkenberg is out of the picture, so if he could beat Ricciardo, we would be in that points-paying position, but I just don't think we're going to be able to get there. We're on the same strategy, about the same tire wear, so it's really unfortunate, but I'll move along here, and I'll bring you guys back if anything interesting happens. Alright, 3 laps to go. Roman is now on worn tires, which just shows how bad of tire wear he gets. Pietro, I am working on fuel because he was ahead of the leaders. Oh, now he's ahead of the leaders. Now he's behind the leaders again. But also worn tires, but he's in a significantly better situation than Roman. But yeah, I mean, I knew this would be a tough race. And realistically, probably should have gone for the one-stop strategy because it doesn't look like anybody else tried that with Pietro. But, oh well. Yeah, I don't blame you, Pietro. That was a tough race. But Roman managed to get a 9th place. Unfortunately, we are going to lose the best of the rest battle to Ricciardo there. But, oh well. It's a frustrating end to the season, but it's one that I kind of expected. So, still managed to get some points out of it, so I'm not too unhappy about that. And now we can kind of reset the focus here onto next season and see what we are going to be doing with everything, because I'm really not quite sure what we're going to be doing with everything yet. Because as you guys have seen, my contract negotiating skills haven't been that great. Looks like no penalties at all, in fact. So Hamilton wins. I assume that means he's won the title by quite a large margin. Not quite a large margin, but a pretty good margin. Pietro ends up 14th. Magnussen drops down to 12th, and Roman's up to 7th, or not up to 7th. He's in 7th. So Roman technically best of the rest driver. Just Renault had a better split between the teammates. So. Oh well. 5th place it is, 4 points behind Renault. So if we had managed to pass Ricciardo, it would have been a tie, and I don't know what the tiebreaker would have been. So that's unfortunate. But that's going to be it for this episode. Now we kind of just have to analyze where we're at. I'm going to record the off-season right after this, so I can kind of, remember my train of thought. But Bottas is definitely the target to replace Roman, because I do not want to bring Roman back next year and his contract's running out. As far as Kevin goes, if we do get Bottas, we have to remember Bottas is a really bad feedback person. So we might want to explore getting a new reserve driver for Kevin, because he's not great on feedback either. Here's the World Championship, who could not care less about Mercedes winning. But we might want to look at getting a good feedback person in the reserve driver role for practices, because we've had that luxury of having really good practice sessions and getting all the knowledge we need, because Roman and Pietro are both really good on feedback. But without Roman, we're going to need to find somebody that will help with feedback. So that's just kind of where my head lies. There's a lot more than just driver stuff we have to figure out. We got to see if we want to get any new crew members, any new engineers. We got to build a new car and all that stuff. So a lot happening next episode, but hope you guys will look forward to that. And I'll see you guys next time for more Motorsport Manager. Bye.